Hello there, sunbeams. Today I want to offer you a reading based around the full moon in Aquarius, which is happening tonight or very early tomorrow morning, depending where in the world you are. So this full moon is quite special because it's going to be the first of two full moons in Aquarius that we're going to be experiencing in the coming month or so. And really, Aquarius is an energy that we're coming into more and more, especially this year. And it's all about becoming more aware of the systems, the communities, the webs of connections that bind us all together, that bring us all together, right? And really considering how wider systems and wider influences are actually impacted by the decisions we make on a personal, daily, local, intimate level, right? And this is becoming clearer and clearer just in terms of how the coronavirus has sort of unfolded, the way that one person's actions can impact an entire community, and the way we live as a global community now means that information and many other things get spread very rapidly from one person. They web out, fan out, and can in fact completely change the world, can completely change the way we live, can completely change perceptions of whole communities of people. So really we're living in an age where, you know, our individual actions, how we choose to invest our time, our energy, our money, our resources, our attention, all of that has huge compound effects on other people, on other communities, on the planet, right? So that's what this Aquarius moon is really speaking about. Let's get into the reading and see what comes up, what message is coming up in relation to all of this through the cards. I'm using the Fountain Tarot today. Felt really called to this deck specifically. Okay. Beautiful, the Ace of Cups. Can you see that? Oh, I love this card so much. And you know, I was really called to wear blue today, and I feel that the Ace of Cups is very much part of that vibe. The Ace of Cups is all about getting right back to the basics of what it means to care, right? What does it mean to love? What does it mean to show your care and nurture, not only to yourself, but to the world? It's really coming right back down to the very basic values that you hold, and really getting a hold on the fact that your actions, the way you show up to other people, who you choose to support, how you choose to show up in the world, all of that is totally reflected in the values that you hold and the values that you choose to honour. So I really feel like today we're being invited in this full moon energy to just hold on and reflect upon the values that we hold most dear. And I think one value that we can all really, choose to embody today is love. And not just romantic love, but the kind of love that speaks to the Aquarius energy, which is platonic love, communal love, a love that wishes to spread. It's kind of an impersonal love that's being spoken about here. How can I love my community? How can I love my planet? How can I love nature? How can I love all the things that I wish to support? How do I show my love to those things? And, you know, it could be really simple things like choosing to go and support your local businesses today by buying a coffee from your favorite coffee shop. It could be choosing to spread a bit of love when you go to the supermarket by smiling at somebody else passing by on a trolley with a trolley. It could be really, really simple things, you know. It could also be recognizing that you need to show some love to yourself, because if you don't show love to yourself, then you can't spread any love outwards. You can't tap into that network and web of care and community. So maybe it's a case of taking a bath today. I mean, it's a full moon, it's a wonderful time to do it. Take a bath, hold yourself, you know, literally hold yourself, and just start to really tap into that sense of knowing that you deserve love. Knowing that it's absolutely part of your mission on this planet to embody love. Because when you start doing that for yourself, it will naturally begin to web out, to fan out. And that is what this Aquarian energy is really speaking to. It wants you to light yourself up, to bright yourself up, so that then you can begin to allow that light to spread out into the world. Okay, let's move on to the next card. The Four of Swords. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, a very blue, mellow energy coming through. This one is all about rest. It's about retreat. It's about recognizing where you need to carve some time out for peace. And you know, that speaks totally to the Ace of Cups. It's all about nurture. I'm seeing kind of two strands of message coming through here. The first one is really focused in on the self, you know, and it's up to you, and it's your responsibility to make a decision about whether this full moon really needs to be focused on the self, on nurturing yourself. Maybe you feel like you haven't been doing so much of that lately. Maybe you've been suffering from low self-esteem or mental health issues, or, you know, maybe you feel low, tired, fatigued, whatever it is. If you're feeling any of those things, then take that as a message and a signal that you need to show yourself some nurture over this full moon. You know, that's the most important thing that you can do. Rest, find peace, take a retreat, be around the people that bring you a feeling of peace. The other strand of this message coming through is that if you feel like you have actually been showing up for yourself, you know, in the weeks previous to this full moon, if you feel like you actually have been able to fill up that cup, well, it's time to allow that to spill over. You know, it's time to start showing, letting that love and that care and that nurture that you've held for yourself, let it spill over into your community. You know, make a decision about who you want to value this full moon. What businesses do you want to support? What webs of community and interaction are you wanting to tap into? Where do your values lie? You know, and it's in the small details. It's in the small things that you choose to do on a daily basis, right? Where are you putting your money? Where are you investing your resources? What kind of businesses are you investing in? What kind of a world are those businesses wanting to create? Where are you giving your attention and your energy? Who are you giving your attention to? You know, even your thoughts, the direction of your thoughts, where is that going? Is it leaning towards compassion and empathy? Or is it leaning more towards resentment or kind of small thinking? This really is an invitation for you to begin to expand, but in the spirit of peace and having already nurtured yourself. having already cultivated that energy for yourself, now you can allow it to spread out, even if it's in small ways this weekend. Okay, the final card for today. Ooh, the Emperor. That's a strong energy coming through. What this really says to me in this particular image as well, you see this man is kind of holding a cube. And it's kind of a network, isn't it? It's what I've been talking about in terms of a web of connection, right? And it's a transparent cube, and it's defined by these lights along its vertices. I guess this is really a visual representation of this idea of community, of this idea of interaction, of this wider web, whether you want to, take that to mean the internet, whether you want to take that to mean kind of online connections, or whether it just means kind of energetically what you're tapping into on a daily basis, who you're giving your energy to, where are your intentions, being directed to. All of that stuff matters. And the Emperor today is really inviting us to think more systematically, right? Is to think about your place, your little corner, which is then spreading out, and to really think about what are you connecting to, I keep coming back to this example of where are you investing your money? For example, when you buy a book, where are you getting it from? Are you choosing to go with kind of big, high-tech companies like Amazon? Is that the network that you're feeding into? Is that the vision that you want to feed into? Is that the work ethic that you want to feed into, right? Or are you choosing to go with local independent bookshops? Maybe a bookshop on your local street. Is that the network that you want to tune into? Is that the support that you want to be encouraging? Is that the work ethic that you want to be part of? The philosophy that you want to be part of? So the Emperor is really encouraging you to kind of think much wider and bigger about the impacts of your actions and your decisions. Yeah, so really kind of start to tap into that this full moon. It's really important. And, I would say that the decisions that you make and the kind of people and communities and businesses and organizations that you choose to support this weekend especially, it will have this kind of domino effect. It will have an impact. It will begin to shape the world that we live in collectively. It will begin to shape your own reality on a kind of regular basis. So just keep reminding yourself of that your actions do matter, that what you do today has a much wider effects on the rest of the world. Okay, so that is your reading for the full moon in Aquarius tonight. I hope it's a good one. Take care of yourselves, spend some time reflecting, spend some time nurturing, and showing some care for yourself and for others. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon.